And all the crazy, we are getting stuff done, yes.
Okay, so what are you guys doing? They're wandering aimlessly around, picking up space, breathing in.
Yes. Okay, so, but it's really important.
Something, this isn't from, but it's a different store. Oh, but sometimes I feel like it's fun. Yeah. Uh-huh. I do. Oh, welcome. Welcome. Oh, this is a duplicate shirt. One you really like. You know, this is this one will be bleeding. In there? Practically dinner. I love that for dinner. Oh, this one, that's a big. Yeah, it's a little. A bit much. Well, the watermelon you've seen out there. It's always big. I do like these chairs. If I had a room in my apartment, I think I'd buy one. I can't find them anywhere. They have big ones, but not these little ones. Okay, now what you do, seriously. Sorry. I don't have room, but I'd love it. Okay, because otherwise, you know, I know I could get one. Oh, yeah, right. But if you have no room, then that's all. Well, yeah, because you have both your walkers, and sometimes that would be hard. I don't want to be the lazy one. No. Everything is packed in my apartment, you know, it can measure. I put it in my apartment, you could come visit it. Oh, that would be nice.
Would you do that?
May I come in? My back hurts.
Yeah.
You know, if they put it on the third floor, I could go around the corner if I wanted to be fine. We're very creative. I've been requesting so many things lately. And whoa, you're on a roll. I'm on a roll. I know everything is working. God,
Excuse me.
everything is working. Good. Can I get you to come to my disaster refresher class? Disaster team is having a refresher class. I don't really remember having a class. That's why I'm having the refresher class.
All of the classes.
So tell me about it.
I know.
We're going to be not this Sunday, but next Sunday. And there's a sign up sheet in the other. And I'll be putting the flyers out in a few days. What we started is we should go. Give you ideas of what to do about this, that, and the other thing. And steroids, earthquake, a coach, silver. How you react to a coach silver. Never heard of it. No one tells you that. So it's really important to attend them. In a sense, Donna gave it to us. So that now the SWAT team leaders and we've had very good success so far. But I'm happy. So, hi. So sign up. We got it soon. There's always somebody else. Not me today. Somebody else. Carol will be here. There's a lot you don't know. And what's interesting is the two classes we had, we asked for questions and they gave us the questions and we got the answers. And we gave the answers to the because and we'll continue to do the answer sheets for questions. Yes, I got that. Yeah, they'll be sending us more. We're just downstairs. Sign up.
But if you're engaged.
Yes. Yes. When to go, they are Julie. Julie. I want to call her Julie. I was.
Fine, I'm just helping out because I don't know who's supposed to be on.
Staff was on board anyway.
She said she didn't know.
Now there's an animal around.
Well, I'm just putting them out for people.
Yeah, well, I just couldn't get it. It takes me a minute to get my back up.
They're not usually on
I've seen them on the board.
well, not for the talk.
John.
Did you get any closer to?
Here's practically 16 minutes. I'll make sure well, I can get I don't know. Thank you. It's Charles Shaw. That's a small.
Hey, Angelica, I'm gonna do a sound check. Can you tell me on your end if you can hear the noise? Down there? Yeah. Do you want me to go down there to help you real quick? Yeah, it's with the control, and then you would go. Mhm.
Here we go.
Were you able to get it up?
Nobody's answering the desk.
No, like it's on the little screen TV. Are you able to see the channel streaming? Is it go to channel 162? Okay, and then 1, 2. Were you able to hear the 1, 2? You can't?
I just. I don't know what they took.
Okay, everything's there. Be right back, okay?
Plus they're very right.
Thank you.
Front row seat.
Yeah, I usually. I probably won't over there, so it's okay.
Finally, after a year, I said, "You think I should lose my
Salivating already. I know that, but he doesn't know that.
You good?
You feel it. I know.
Read it. Keep on thinking about it.
Be careful about your
Well, I told her I wanted.
Sorry, I'm not very good at it.
Freddie.
How are you?
Well, see, we get some.
I'm trainable. Unless you want it.
It was very cute.
I'd be happy to take her. That looks really good to you. I will. I'm down. You have no idea how much fun it is being on the board. I love being on the
I set myself next to that same bag. I'm gonna go to the thing after being well dinner and then I'm gonna go to.
I'm going, yeah.
So I don't know why they're giving us food. They're giving us
Yeah. Look at you. You're all gussy up.
This is actually one of those ones that lost a husband last week. Well, I'm. So I created such a. I'm not friends.
Hello.
Just a glass of water. Thank you. Did you? Yes, please. And I was like, somebody said it was. I don't. I'm sorry. That's when I'm like, One, two, one, two. Something on two.
Something on this is not right.
No, I do not.
It is coming up.
I just need to quantify. I just need to put this down somewhere. What time is it? 4:03. Okay, we can get started. Hi, how are you?
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm told it's after 4 o'clock, so like, let's get this show on the road, right? Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Terry Quigley. I'm the CEO of Masonic Homes. It's so good to see all of you. I've gotten to see a lot of you for the last couple of weeks, and not that I won't continue to see a lot of you, and happy to do it. But we will very shortly be meeting the reason you're all here, right? Not to meet me, I know better. Yeah, no, thank you. Sometimes people just gotta say the truth, right? We're like, we're over you already. I told you it wouldn't take you long. She is tied up with IT at the moment, so, oh, there she is. So, I am so happy to introduce our new executive director at Acacia Creek. I'm gonna let her introduce herself. We went through a process in which we had a team of staff and residents go through the interview process with our finalists, and we're very happy to have Julie joining us as executive director. I'm particularly happy about the fact that she not only has many years of experience in running communities and working with residents and collaborating to create great communities, but she lives in Union City. What are the odds of that? So please join me in welcoming Julie. Good afternoon, everyone. Hello. Thank you so much for coming to meet me. I'm very happy to meet all of you. As Terry mentioned, I am local. I've been living in Union City for 20 years. I raised my family here. They all went through local schools, local colleges, Ambonia, Chabot, and then went on to their higher education. My parents, they live down the hill and they can see your beautiful Christmas tree every year. And when I told them I'm hired at Masonic Homes, they told me, can you take us in person so we can see that tree? So I said, I need to ask our residents because it's their home, it's their tree, and if they allow it, we will go and do a field trip. Very happy to be here, so excited that I have this opportunity to join.
First and foremost, I want to acknowledge our staff. I have met so many already, and I want to say that we're so grateful for their hard work, for the care, for the support, and to you all for creating this amazing community together and preserving it to the future generations. I cannot get enough of walking and the greenery and buildings and people. It's just so amazing to be here. Thank you so much for having me as your next executive director at the Australian College Acacia Creek and entire campus. Well, I've been in the industry for over 20 years, so I'm a teacher by trade. I immigrated in '98 from former Soviet Union, so I do speak Russian and I speak Turkish. And my formal education is I'm a teacher, German and English teacher. But once I immigrated, I had to identify what I want to do here. And when I was introduced to the senior living and elderly care, I fell in love by energy, by wisdom, and by just making a difference. So here I am, over 25 years later, same industry, doing what I love. I have 3 daughters. They're all in healthcare. They're nurses, and I have a 16-year-old who wants to be a nurse. So we're all set there. Nurses, more nurses are coming to join our much-needed industry. How I work, it's a very simple approach. I'm here to provide support to our residents and the support to our staff. I am transparent, I am a listener, and I am here part of the family to make sure our residents receive the care they need and deserve. I have open door policy. You guys will have access to me easily, in person, by phone. I will attend all the necessary and important meetings you want me to attend. And we will work together to continue preserving this amazing community. Give me some time. I will be learning a lot. Every community is so different. The culture, people, I need to learn and I need to adjust because this is your home and I am your guest. But all I can tell you that I will be visible. I will be listening and I will be working with my staff, with everybody to make this place to continue to be and to keep the bar rising and to be amazing. So happy to be here, happy to meet all of you. And I can't wait to join all these amazing events I've been already hearing about. Let's have some fun, and I like having fun. So you will see me at all the events as long as I'm invited. If you have any questions, I will be happy to answer.
My goal is respect for everyone. How do you wish to be called?
Just Julie.
Thank you.
Thank you. Any other questions? But you will have many opportunities to ask me questions. I will be here day in and day out. And you don't need to wait for the next meeting to come and ask me questions. You can just come to my office. I will be here, and or in the hallways, or in the dining room, dining with you and doing all the great things you're doing.
What are your interests and hobbies?
I'm a lifelong learner. I love reading and I love learning.
You're also a hiker.
Oh, I signed up for the 52 Hikes Challenge in 2026. So every Sunday I do a hike. So last Sunday I was in Big Sur and I enjoyed a beautiful hike along the coastline. We love snow, so we taught our girls to ski. So during winter months we do go skiing. We love Tahoe, and we just have it's a very special place to us. I still have elderly parents who I spend quite some time with them. I do help them with their mail and appointments. So I am a daughter, a mother, a friend, and
Now an executive director.
now, exactly. And I like traveling. I took a little break and I visited new countries. So I tried to capture new countries and learn about different cultures and history. This past September, I visited Cambodia and Vietnam, and it was amazing. I learned so much.
Okay, I'm up.
Thank you, Julie. She too has an open door policy, so I know that you can stop by, see her, check with the concierge if you need more time. But she's looking forward to getting to know each and every one of you. Thanks, Julie.
Thank you.
I get the less glamorous job. I do not hike on the weekends, for the record. She's clearly in better shape than I am. There's a couple things I want to touch on, just kind of community updates. You may or may not have seen that the sails that we were waiting for to be installed over the compactor and trash area, the last one has been replaced. It was damaged. I know this is exciting stuff, but it was important to some of you, so I thought it was noteworthy that the sail has been replaced. I mentioned at Resident Forum and Environmental Services Committee that we're still working on trying to get that compactor relocated. We have to upgrade, update the electrical system up at the top of the hill where it's going to go, up at Ken's lot. So there's some trenching and things that are involved to get that done. We're still waiting on bids from electricians to be able to do that, but our goal is to get that out of that area and actually move it up the hill. The city had to weigh in, they're okay with it. The trash department had to weigh in, they're okay with it. We've just got to get this little electrical thing fixed, and then it should be out of your way for forever and ever, amen. In the meantime, Raphael has committed to, particularly as we're moving into warmer months, to power wash that area. We were doing it once a week. We're trying to move that to 2 to 3 times a week, just to make sure that we're controlling, heat and trash don't get along very well. So we're trying to make sure that we're mitigating any smells or flies and things like that are coming. So while we're trying to get it moved, we're just trying to manage that proactively in the meantime. With the support of the leadership team, just FYI, we've been taking a look at, and several of you have actually recently asked me about it. We haven't updated our meal pricing and some other pricing, and I told at least 4 or 5 years. Does that sound right to people? So if you've been here longer than that, we haven't changed our pricing. So has anybody noticed that food costs might have gone up if you've been in the grocery store in the last 4 or 5 years? Guess what? It has for us too. So you will be given a 60-day notice when we're ready. I think it'll be effective June 1st, so it'll probably go out April 1st. We are going to raise guest meal pricing. We're not raising it, we're not doubling it or anything like that. I think it's going from 18 currently to probably 24. I don't know anybody who can go and get a fabulous meal for $24, including soup, salad, and entree and dessert anywhere else. It doesn't entirely, frankly, cover our cost, but it gets us closer. So I just wanted to give you the heads up about that we've been just trying to look at what our pricing is and maybe should be, getting closer to that, closing the gap a little bit. Inflation has hit us as well as it has everybody else. So I just want you to be forewarned. If you have questions about that, please come see me. Please come see Julie. If it creates a hardship for people, we want to know that too. Okay? And then I'm here to fall on my sword because I do it regularly. I said I have an advanced degree in groveling because it comes up a lot. You all got a message and some articles from me earlier this week, I believe. Maybe earlier this week, I forget what day it is. I am falling on my sword because that's not what you should have gotten. Not that you can't have it, but what you were supposed to get was this. that is the newsletter from Masonic Homes. So there has been some requests from residents to have more information about what's going on the campus, not just, I know you guys have a great newsletter here. Is there an opportunity to share information with all of you about what's going on at Masonic Homes as well? So that was my intention, didn't work out very well. Rather than kill all the trees necessary to duplicate this newsletter for everybody, we're gonna post it down in the mailroom. If you are interested in what's going on in other parts of the campus, you'll be able to find it there. In the meantime, you got a sneak peek. So the article that you got called Demonstrating Masonic Values is actually in the newsletter. And you got a sneak peek at the article that will be in the April newsletter called Looking Ahead, a New Approach for Future Residents. So you are on the cutting edge, like it or not, of information. But I will make sure you get the full newsletter will be posted downstairs in the mailroom so that you can see all the good stuff, not just the articles from Emily. Questions for me? Yes, sir.
Can you explain the new contract that we're gonna have where the 25/75 is gonna end and the rent, can you explain the renting process?
Sure. So you may or may not know whether some of you are here under a Masonic contract, some of you are not. For those of you who are here on a Masonic contract, we've had two contracts historically. We've had a contract that's what we certainly wasn't a marketing title. It's called fee for service. So it just means we've got Masons who are on the campus, write a check every month for their rent, just like you do. They pay their own way as they go, right? So that exists for a number of residents that happen to be Masons or Masonically related. We also have a contract for Masons and Masonically related folks that allows them an alternative to assign 75% of their assets and 75% of their income, and we pay for their care. That has been around for the better part of 20 years. It began as a total assignment of asset once upon a time. If you were moving into the Masonic home, you gave us all your money and we took care of you. I don't know about you, but I don't love that idea or that plan if it was me or my parents. So it turns out it's not a great sales feature. There are a lot of Masons who don't want to move into Masonic homes because they don't like that contract. So instead, it does not affect any existing contracts. So let me start there. Those of you who are here on a Masonic contract, nothing changes for you. For future Masons and Masonically related folks, we're changing the way that we provide support to them. So they'll come into on a monthly agreement with a regular contract. That is, we pay our way. When we have expended most of our assets, then they will apply for support from the Masonic Foundation with a budget and approved support, and they'll continue, their needs will continue to be met. It will just be more customized. It will allow people to say, here's how I want to spend my money. It puts Masonic homes in a position in which, frankly, we're less of your parent and more of your partner in terms of making sure that your needs are being met, whatever those might be. It's more attractive to people because if they have money, they don't necessarily want, or nor do their kids want them to give up 75% of those assets. So we're trying to create a solution that is meaningful to Masons and their families, that gives the ability to be customized, that actually creates more viability for that contract and for Masonic homes over time. So it will not affect at all the people who have a current contract. So the question came up at Resident Forum, well, if I move from Acacia Creek to Adams or to skilled nursing, I'll have a new contract. Does that mean that my partial assignment of asset contract goes away? No, it does not. Your contract follows you to those additional levels of care. So anybody who's here on a Masonic contract doesn't need to worry, nothing changes for you. Our intention is to sunset that contract later this year and institute a new contract that people pay as they go, and then we provide support when they need it. Did that help?
I think so.
You think so? Is there a follow-up question?
Yes.
Yes, okay.
So as I understand this, if you transition to a rent agreement, do you give up any of your net worth?
So if you come in under the new contract, you don't write me a big check. Let's say you have $100,000 in assets. Right now, in the existing, I'm sorry, this is like so deep in the weeds for people, but like, why do I care? Let's say right now in the existing contract, you come in and you have $100,000 in assets and you get $5,000 a month in income. We take 75% of those assets, so we get $75,000, you get to keep 25, and we take 75% of your $5,000 income. You get to keep 25, right? Done. In the new contract, what will happen is you're gonna come in and we'll say, it looks like your money is gonna last you long enough to pay your way for another year or so. So we're gonna let you go ahead and do that. You get to keep your income. You keep writing a check for your care, whatever that means, as long as you can, right? You're gonna spend down to a certain degree in your assets. You're gonna have a little bit of asset left. You'll still have your $5,000 a month. We sit down together and say, gee, it looks like your total expenses, including your monthly rent, are $7,000 a month. And we're gonna say, as a Masonically eligible person, the foundation will provide income to cover the gap, right? Between 5,000 and 7,000. But in the beginning, you're just gonna pay your rent just like you always have. Does that make sense? Better? Okay. So I'm gonna say it one more time in case anybody missed it, because this is the question, it keeps coming back. It does not affect any existing contracts. Everybody is grandfathered in. This is only for new contracts once it's rolled out. The contract is currently at the Department of Social Services for approval. That's the reason we haven't moved forward with it yet. Everybody will have, we're talking about it a little bit because we want the people who are in the pipeline to have a choice. So, and I don't want people to worry about this new contract again affecting their current contract, because that is not the case. Yes, ma'am.
I have a number of friends in Fremont that are close to retirement age. I have not said anything about the 75, 25 or anything like that, but I've invited them to lunch to have them come up and say, and a lot of them are 1 or 2 years close to retirement. So I just want them to come up here and see this place and have a wonderful time here.
And that's why it works, because the best salespeople for new neighbors is all of you. Whether you're referring somebody or whether you're talking to somebody when they come for a tour or they come to an event, you're the best salespeople we have, because you're actually what make this community a community. So keep doing it, Carol. I appreciate that. The contract doesn't matter, that's our job. And like I said, all that information doesn't matter a lot to most people. But we want people to feel like, to fully appreciate what you all contribute to make this such a special place. So bringing them in for lunch, having them meet all of you is really where the magic is. Yes, ma'am.
I think that for all the people that buy in, my husband had bought in, but we have to remember, like especially for new residents, that what she's talking about are the Masons, not those of us who bought in. This has nothing to do with those of us that bought in. Correct. Are you?
Correct, that's why. It's, but people talk, and I want to make sure you hear it from me, that contract change, thank you, affects Masons, wives, widows, parents, and in-laws. That's the folks that contract applies to. Okay? Everybody else, nothing's changed. Apologize for the confusion, like I said, just falling on my sword. Okay? Anything else for me? From the cheap seats in the back? Yes.
I know that we're trying to incorporate both Acacia Creek and Masonic Home into one campus. I'm wondering if there's an easy way for us to find out over here what the menu is for lunch and dinner over there. It would just feel like a change once in a while. I had a hard time doing that when my daughter was visiting. We went around in circles trying to find out.
That is a great question and a great suggestion. I think that when we get to digital signage here, it would be much, much easier. So, Kelly will introduce you to TSO Life that will include a digital signage package. So they'll be able to upload that information fairly easily. So I think that that's a great solution. We should probably do the same thing on the other side of the campus. We are working on an opportunity to connect the dining rooms in a way in which, how do people know if they go to Acacia Creek and they're a Masonic Homes resident, what does that look like? Are they going to be charged for it and vice versa? To make sure that we're also providing that communication. And I have the software that works to make sure that everybody is accountable appropriately. So that if you wanted to apply one of your meals at Masonic Homes, we should be able to do that. We've just got to make sure that the system supports that. So we're working through those details right now, but in the meantime, the menus feels like an easy thing to do. Great idea. Okay. Going. All right, I will welcome Penny. Thank you all.
Well, good evening, everybody. How are you all tonight? Hey, I want to thank everybody for coming out to the party last night, singing. That was so much fun. I hope you had as much fun as I did. And a special thank you to Gail for the AC Singers, and Carmel, wherever you are. Thank you so much for bringing Sean in. It was delightful. So hopefully we can have more things like that. I do want to remind you all, Team Member of the Quarter nominations are due on Monday. The nomination forms are down by the little alcove by the mailroom, and just fill that out. This is to just acknowledge team members that go above and beyond and that you want to really recognize and nominate. They do get $100. They get a day off. And so it's a nice way to acknowledge people. And another nice way to do this, I know Betty Marshall has been taking advantage of this. We have our little kudos forms also at that little kiosk. So if someone does something nice one day and you want to give them a shout out, fill that form out. They're little gold sheets. They're right behind the team member of the quarter nomination forms. And when team members get 3 nominations in a month, they get an automatic nomination for team member of the quarter. So it's a nice way to do it. We all, team members, shout each other out, so they do accumulate. Okay, there is pub trivia this Friday or Sunday. I will be here March 22nd. Also April 12th, 4 o'clock in the Turkey Roost. And we do have 2 teams that are kind of formed. They do their thing, but then there's 2 other teams and room for 1 more of people who just randomly walk in. So everybody is welcome. If you like a little trivia, check us out, 4 o'clock. And Olive and I will be doing our stretch continuing Mondays at 3 o'clock down in the lobby. And this is for people who might not like to exercise or people who just want to have a gentle stretch of all the joints. And please note, there will be no class on March 30th. Someone's taking a little time off, and I'm going with her. Okay, now join the Mix in 26. We have been talking about this for quite a while. It's all happening. Tomorrow, we have a very special showcase where there are about 30 of you, 30 or more of you, that are going to be highlighting the program you lead, the committee that you're on or, representing. And it's all happening up here on the 5th floor. So we'll have people in the lobby, and anyone who got a note from me that says set up in the lobby, I meant the lobby of the 5th floor. Nothing's on the 1st floor. And we'll have people in the boardroom, Greg will be behind the bar, and we'll have a few people in here, and then we'll have a bunch of different games going on next door. So you could try things out, you could look eyeball to eyeball to the people running the committee. So if you have questions about the disaster committee, you could go right to the source. We have Sylvia that will be at the table. If you want to find out about anything going on, this is the time to go. So if you're new and you've been, I'm not ready to try anything. Well, this is a good way to see what's going on, and it's low stakes. You can just walk around, check it out, and you don't have to do much. And we'll have a little program that you will all get with all the information from all the different groups. Any questions about that? It does start at 2 o'clock. I didn't say that. Okay, I hope to see you all there. Okay, also with Join the Mix in 26, we have our May Challenge. Now, our May Challenge, it's all about engagement, enjoyment. So last year we had this sheet where you had different programs and events that you attended around campus. You filled out your sheet, you got stamps from wherever the programs you attended and turned it into the concierge, and that is how you participate. It is so easy. I couldn't make it any easier for you. So I do hope you all sign up. We have the sheets right over there. And this year, we just need your name and your t-shirt size, and we are only doing men's t-shirt sizes this year. It was quite a mess last year, so it's like, let's simplify. We'll just do lady, or just do men's. Okay, so, and if you wear a ladies medium, order a men's medium. You wear ladies large, order a men's large. I have some t-shirts hanging up here, and I'll probably have more around the building, but generally just stick with what you normally wear. And they are 50-50, so they will not shrink up too much. Okay, so yes. I have everything in the notes. Sophie checked them out for me, so I think the notes are pretty accurate. Okay, so this year, we're giving everybody a participation sheet. We're gonna deliver it each week to your box, okay? So you can all have the opportunity to participate. If you want a t-shirt, sign up. There's some of you that like to participate without t-shirts. You don't even need to sign up because your sheet will come right to your apartment. And it, like I said, you just attend one thing during that week. And we're gonna have some good stuff going on, so I know you're gonna wanna attend more than that. With the teams and the t-shirt colors, we are dividing this building into 8 teams. So if you live on the 4th floor on the west, that's your team, 4th floor west. If you're on the 4th floor east, that's your team. So then each of you that are participating, you can kind of encourage your neighbors to join in the fun. And we'll explain it all further, but the teams will be getting points for how many sheets are turned in and how many programs are attended. And then we'll have a big old celebration and acknowledgement of the teams who do the best. Yes, Ellen.
What about the people who live on the 3rd and 4th floor north? Because there's that T.
Oh, the T. Okay, we're cutting the T down the middle. And I've already talked to 2 of the T people. So I'm gonna talk to you T people and you cottage people, because we're just gonna divide you guys up and absorb you into a team, okay? Okay, yes, Ricky. Ricky says she has not counted the apartments, but she believes the east wing is larger than the west. We will investigate into that. We were discussing that, and I believe it's equal. There's some storerooms and other things that make the hallway a little longer. Okay, but we'll make it fair. Yes.
I was just going to say that the sheet that we're getting in our mailboxes is like a bingo card. And they'll have, you go to Stretch with Penny and you can cover one of the spots. You go to a social here, you can cover one of the spots. So it's basically bingo.
Thank you, Karen. And yes, Karen Moody.
Then the color of the shirt will be determined by where you live.
I will get into the color of the shirt. That's my next spiel.
Are you going to divide up into teams based on number of units or number of residents?
It is number of apartments. I know, this isn't, for you math people, this isn't exactly even Steven. But it all works out in the wash, right? And we're all friends and family. Okay, let's tackle the colors. So what we're gonna do is on the 6th of April, we're gonna hold a little meeting here in the boardroom. If you wanna stay in your team's color, show up to that meeting. And by doing just men's shirts, we have a bigger selection of colors. So each team will sit together. We're gonna give each team a number, and then we're gonna pull, and then you guys will look at the website. I am not gonna pick 8 colors. You guys will look at the website and you will tell us right then and there which color you want. So, how's that sound? Good, because it's the best we could come up with. Okay, it will be fun, and it's fun to try something new. We just met with Masonic Home. We have a campus engagement committee of residents for both communities, and we're cooking up some fun this year. Okay, and one last thing, the logo design contest. We have received 3 logos, and we're hoping to get a few more. Masonic Home has a couple over there. But if you do have a logo design, you have till the 31st to turn that into the concierge. You can also email your PDF to me. So whichever way works best for you. And I appreciate all of your participation. Any other questions? Then I'm turning it over to Karen. Thank you.
Hello, everybody. Hello. Oh, come on, we can do better than that. Hello, everybody. Hello. Yeah, there we are. I just want to make sure you all are awake. We have so many exciting things happening around here in the next 3 months. It is mind-boggling, and it is something of a feat for us to keep it all in line and all organized and all of our ducks going right in a row. So we appreciate all of your support and all of your help because of all of you, that's what makes it fantastic and makes it fun and it makes it happen. So thank you for all that you do to make what Penny is talking about going to be a fabulous time. Okay, with that, I have some exciting news from Lifestyles. As Terry mentioned, we have a new platform that we're rolling out called TSO Life. And this is a platform, it's an engagement platform where our programming, calendar, newsletter, all of the things that we do by paper, non-publisher, happening right now, it's going to be streamlined to this platform. And as we start moving forward with it, you're going to see a new look in our newsletter. You're going to see a new look at the calendar because publisher's going away. And that's what we actually use to make our calendar. Can you believe that? And we use PowerPoint on the monitors that you see in the hallways with a computer that's located in the garage.
that when it decides it doesn't want to work, we have to go to the garage, reboot the computer so those monitors come up. And then when we do that, the monitors don't come up because they said we're not coming up. So Keith Moody on the 4th floor, East Wing. When we get this baby going, your monitor's gonna be up all the time. He's the one that calls me, you know, the 4th floor monitor's not up again. I'm like, yes, I know, we're working on it. So that is gonna help solve that problem. We will also be able to have, everybody will be able to have an app on their smart device, whatever kind of smart device that you like to use, where you'll be able to get all the information right at your fingertips, like, what is the Masonic Home having for supper tonight? Boom, right there on your smartphone. It's gonna be so cool. Yay! And if you want to play Snickers tonight, which we don't have a Snickers table, but let's say we did, you could go on there and say, hey, Ellie, you want to play Snickers with me tonight? Ellie could say, yes, I'll meet you up in the game room at 5 o'clock. You can make appointments with your friends. You can find out what's happening all over the community. And once we get it going here, we're going to spread the word over to Masonic Home and down in Covina. We're all going to be connected, and it's going to be so exciting. So as we get ready to start launching this to you, where you're going to see more and more and more of it, we're going to get a small group of residents together who are going to pilot it for us. And they're going to help us work out all the kinks before we roll it out to the whole community. But as we go, we're going to give you little teasers as we go so that when you see it for the first time, you won't be blown away by what it is. You'll kind of have a clue what's going on. But the first things you're going to see is going to be the newsletter and the calendar and the monitors, because Publisher actually goes away in May, I think, from Microsoft. So IT right now is working on getting the monitors and stuff ready. So you're going to start seeing that little bit come out. Okay?
Caroline, question. Those of us who prefer to use laptop computers in our apartments, will that be able to do it too? Because I will not have a cell phone anymore. I don't want it, and I prefer to just use a laptop.
Perfect question, Lyman. So yes, you will be, it's a website actually. So you'll be able to go to the website and log on. So if you don't have an iPad, a tablet, an iPhone, a Google phone, or Android, you'll still be able to use your desktop computer or your laptop. And if you don't want to use any of that nonsense, we'll still have paper stuff too. So I see y'all breathing a little, but it is super user-friendly. We wouldn't have gotten it if it wasn't user-friendly. We wouldn't have gotten it if there hadn't been thousands of other seniors like you using this platform already. They've vetted it, they've tested it. And anything that we want, this is the other great thing about this company, which I'm so excited about. If we're using it and we say, that really doesn't work for us, or we really wanted to do this, their engineers will work with us to help us get it to work the way we want it to work. So that's part of their deal. So that's even more exciting. So if you have that worry, like, oh, it's technology, I'm not so sure, I'm nervous about that stuff, give it a try, because if it's not working for you, we can figure out with them maybe how we can get it to work better. Because maybe you're seeing something nobody else is seeing for the first time. So we'll be able to reach out to them and work with you and see if we can get it to function the way we want it. So I'm excited to bring this technology to Acacia Creek to bring us up to where everybody else is in the world. And as you hear all the time on the news with AI, if we're not using AI, we're way behind the 8 ball. Us using Publisher, we're so far behind the 8 ball, we're like, where is that 8 ball? But we're bringing it, we're coming. Okay, so the other thing, Cindy, she's been learning and learning and learning. I mean, she's had a steep learning curve since she's been here like nobody's business, but she's starting to get the hang of it. And it's been so exciting seeing all of the residents come through her office who are facilitating programs and events. And the excitement and energy in her office is really, it's fun. So thank you all for coming in and giving us ideas of what you want to do. Well, that being said, we've had 2 new requests that we haven't really had before. One, we would like to see if there's anybody here who would like to go fishing. Right? And, hey, we want to go to Starbucks. Who doesn't want to go to Starbucks? Exactly. So we're gonna, she has a sign-up sheet down in the Lifestyles binder. So please, if you're interested, put your name on there, because we're trying to figure out, I think we got the Starbucks thing figured out, but the fishing thing might be a little more tricky, especially depending on how many people are interested. So if you're really interested, let's see if we can figure it out and make it happen. Hold on, Mr.
Yeah, somebody asked me to suggest that it would be fun to go to a shopping mall.
Oh, so Ricky said somebody said it would be fun to go to a shopping mall. Yes, a real shopping mall. So, yes, we can totally do that. We haven't done that in a long time.
So about fishing, most of us have given away the fishing tackle and the equipment before moving here, so will there be equipment to borrow? Or not?
So that's a great question, and that would be one of the things that we have to tackle. Now, I know, okay, I think we've solved the problem right there. So I don't even have to think anymore. So I feel like we're gonna get that figured out. And I know there's some local lakes where you can go and they have like the little places there where you can rent the fishing rod and stuff, and you can get your worms right there. So I feel like we'll get that part figured out. We gotta figure out how many people wanna go. And like your fishing permits, do you need a fishing permit? Are you gonna catch and throw? Are you bringing the fish back there? All that kind of stuff is where my mind's going. So I feel like we got a lot of people here who may have something that we can use. And Oscars and the beer?
No, gear and bait.
Oh! I was like, I'm on that boat. I thought you said, and there's places that provide a boat and beer. And I'm like, I'm signed up. Okay, it's boat and gear. So you can get everything all included. Hold on.
I just, Carly, I just thought, we might wanna let people know, we've been in conversation with this, but on this, the ballroom dancing thing I've been talking about, so far, 19 signatures have been, put on the sheet saying that they're interested. Is there anything you wanna, as the lifestyle coordinator, I know we haven't gone any farther than that, but is there anything you'd like to add to that?
We have 19 people signed up for interest in ballroom dancing. So now that we know what the interest is there, the next step is to contact the ballroom dance instructor that we used to have here, see if she's still interested in doing that. How much does she cost? And where are we gonna ballroom dance with 19 people? That's 8.
Usually that will be 20, because I
20.
didn't know about signing up.
Okay, so now we have 20 people, so it's 10 couples ballroom dancing. So now we have a big problem, where are we gonna do it? So we got a lot of good problems that we're gonna tackle about ballroom dancing coming up. So yes, thank you all for signing up. Okay, so she has the sign-up sheet for fishing and ballroom dancing. She is also gonna be putting out a sign-up sheet for the Bay Philharmonic. Their next show is June 21st, and it's America in Rhythm and Rhapsody. So if you'd like to go to the Bay Philharmonic, please sign up so she can kind of see how many people we got interested in, start getting those tickets organized with the Bay Phil. Penny told us all about all the exciting stuff happening, so all I got is March 24th, we're gonna do our paper bag donation. So if you have your paper sacks in your apartments, please bring them down on the 24th. And remember, we want all of the paper sacks nicely stacked in one paper sack, so it's easy for Luis and Risha to get on and off the bus. But bring them all down by 10 o'clock a.m. Okay, and then I have a few save the dates for y'all because we got some big stuff happening. So you know that on April 5th, we have the Easter brunch, which I think Madeline has your guys' RSVPs out. I think those RSVPs have to be in soon now, if they aren't already. But 5th is Easter brunch. On April 23rd is going to be the annual Acacia Creek anniversary party. Yay! So we are already starting to plan that big night. So mark your calendars. You're going to be hearing more exciting stuff. I just met with Chef and Madeline yesterday. We decided on the menu. I talked to Patty and Tian today. We decided on some of the decorations. So be ready. Information's coming your way. And on May 1st, the Grand Family, and I don't know, Terry, if you want to talk a little bit about this. the Graham family coming for their day of service? Or do you just want me to?
You know more about it than I do, so. feel
Okay, well, if I miss anything, please jump in. So, the Grand Master Garrett Chan is inviting the Grand family to campus on May 1st. We would like to do a day of service on campus. So we have identified like 4 different projects around the campus that the Grand family is going to be helping out with. So you're gonna see them around. One of our projects is refurbishing the chairs and tables down at the Acacia Creek Flag. One of the projects is refurbishing and adding some flowers over in the Wallenberg Garden that's right outside of 5th floor Wallenberg. One of the projects is beautifying the shrubbery that's around the big flagpole over at Masonic Home. And the other project is doing some work around the stage area on the patio. And Luz has, Cindy's counterpart over in Masonic has some projects about organizing their CDs and puzzles and stuff like that. But you're gonna see the family around campus doing some work, and then we're all gonna, after we get done sweating, we're gonna go over to the patio and have a little ice cream. So we'll be telling you a little bit more about that day.
That's 60 people.
16 people from the, 60 people from the Grand family will be here that day. So yeah, it's not a small group, it's a big group who are really gonna get down and get dirty. Okay, on the 5th, Cinco de Mayo. This year, we're gonna do it like last year. We're gonna celebrate over at the Masonic Home patio, the sedan patio, with our friends from Masonic Home. So we're gonna have a mariachi band and some good Mexican food over there. And then on the 22nd, we will be having a Memorial Day barbecue over on the sedan patio as well. And we're gonna coordinate with the team over at Masonic Home. So we'll be having our Memorial Day barbecue in the cold porch as the wind blows through and we're in our purpose. We're gonna be over in the sunny patio. Woo! Okay, that's all I got. So thank y'all. Hold on, we got one more.
I just wanted to pass on that, just over $7,300 was raised for the Shriners Hospital of Northern California. Thank you very much for your generosity, and you'll be back at it again next year.
Wow, that's fantastic. $7,300 raised by all of you to go to the Shriners Hospital in Sacramento. Wow, that's really awesome. Way to go. Woo.
I was wondering if this year they were going to be having an e-waste pickup.
So yeah, we can do e-waste, and we're gonna do e-waste probably in maybe April. So it'll be just like before, you'll bring your e-waste down to the, outside the lobby, we'll put it on the trailer, and then we take it over to Masonic Home to their big e-waste bin.
Do we have anything scheduled for the Salvation Army, where we can bring those down and police takes it over?
Yes, we will do our Goodwill Salvation Army, donation, April 20, it's like the last Tuesday in April, it's on the April calendar. Anything else? Okay, we'll see you right here next month at 3:30, not 4 o'clock. No? But we changed it to 3:30 so people could get into the dining room by dinner time. Okay, thank you very much. See you guys.